What's going on, everybody? Today I'm gonna start the show off a little bit different because I have some serious topic or something serious that I want to talk about. Someone close to the show, uh, Poppy, can't get any closer than that. He asked me to go ahead and report on a missing person. Now, this missing person is someone close to his family, so I mean, direct connection. It's close to my family because I care about Poppy. So if you have any information on this missing person, he's a 23-year-old male, 5'11", weighs around 250 pounds, brown eyes, brown hair, Hispanic descent. He goes by the name Oscar Ray Hinojosa. He's been missing since July 22nd. He was last seen headed north past I-35 checkpoint at 12:36 a.m. Call or text 956-285-1481 for any information, or contact local police or the Laredo Police Department for your or dial 911 for your local sheriff's department. If you guys can help spread the word. I know most of my people aren't really from Texas, but my Texas listeners, if you can do me the favor, spread the word. Oscar Ray Hinojosa, 23 years old, 5'11", 250, Hispanic descent, brown eyes and brown hair. Thank you.
This is Hanging Heavy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hanging Heavy. Now, I'm getting kind of tired of that intro, so I might workshop some things. But today, I'm joined by none other than my good friend from the Great White North, TheeWhiteCarlton. Dang, guys, you're kind of excited. What the fuck? Hey, shut the fuck up! Thank you. So yeah, my boy Carlton is here today. I don't know if you want to say anything.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm new here. I guess I'm not anymore. Hey.
Nah, you're
Oh.
you're almost co-host status.
Sheet. Yeah, it's been something.
Nah, I would say you're a regular, not a co-host.
Yeah.
No one can take Puppy's job.
Except for Poppy. Where is he?
Yeah. He's being busy. He's too busy being a Poppy. But yeah, fucking. It feels good to have somebody because for the last couple episodes, I don't know, just or the last couple episodes that I've done alone, I felt kind of lonely.
Oh, Poppy, did you miss me?
Oh.
Dip, 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 dip.
Hey, sound guy, you're fucking fired. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, he's making me
So much
sound.
disrespect
Yeah.
already, man.
Fucking everyone's just
Damn.
pushing my buttons.
He be like, shut the fuck up.
I've gotten better. I'm quicker on the trigger now. Oh shit! Earthquake. But yeah, fucking. Before we started, we were kind of talking about music a little bit, and fuck, I don't know where this was segueing. Well, yeah, fucking. we're in some weird times. Fucking some things aren't moving, and we just
Like
need.
the brain cell right now. That singular cell, it's sitting down in place. It's got the sign telling it to go, but you ain't looking. You know?
Yeah, what are you trying to say, boy? Oh fuck! I guess saying that you just started playing fucking Red Dead, huh?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
You're all right,
Needed something to
boy.
get into.
So how was The
Needed
Last of
something to
Us?
get into. I quite enjoyed it, man. I know there's a lot of hate surrounding like a couple characters, but I don't know. When you look past it, like just I think people had some hate on, right? Because they had like a transgender character, and then they had like the butch lesbian and stuff in there. Or I guess she wasn't a lesbian, but she was butch as all hell. And I don't know. I know some girls with some big ass arms. Like they're out there, right? Like there's some muscular ass women out there.
I know
and like
some swole bitches.
yeah, and I mean, if you're in a fucking post-apocalyptic world, like you're gonna do what you can to try to get fucking buff too, right?
Yeah,
You gotta survive. So,
For sure, for sure.
and it was cool because you got to play as her. Like they had their own story arc, right? And it was a little bit reminiscent of like Joel and Ellie, just in the sense that you were a character with a younger character following you around and kind of looking to you for guidance. But as the older one too, like you're from two totally different realms, right? Like the character you play as is in a very militaristic type group, right? And you're in Seattle and you're fighting for fucking land within Seattle and yada yada.
Yeah.
And the group that you're pitting yourself against is this like religious cult, basically, that's trying to denounce technology and going back to living more of a like naturalistic lifestyle.
Yeah.
And so this child that's following you, this transgender kid, is and they really like they don't throw it in your face a whole bunch, which was nice. Like they never outright actually say that they're transgender.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's obviously implied, right? But I don't know. Like I thought it was done well enough that they weren't just like how Disney kind of does a lot of
Yeah,
their shit.
they
Like,
weren't.
hey, this is in here to be here, and it never like it doesn't add to the story. They're just flashing at you like fucking cue cards. Like, hey, look, we're woke, right?
Yeah. Don't cancel us.
Yeah, for sure. Whereas it really added to the story, I found. And anyways, like they have a relationship in which this kid is looking to the older girl for guidance, but then this girl, being in a very militaristic type group, is also looking at this kid and kind of like questioning things that she's done and like the kind of overarching idea within the game is just like how far do you take revenge,
Yeah.
kind of thing, right? And so this kid is kind of allows her to see a different side of things, and it has her questioning stuff, going, oh man, like okay, like I know I'm supposed to hate this religious cult because they're all fucking quackos and right, and they do weird stuff and whatever, they're bad people, but she starts taking different things from it, still recognizing that they're like taking their religion way too far and are nuts, but taking little pieces that she needs out of it, which is something that I think religion should be anyways, right? Just taking little tidbits that you need here and there. But anyways, yeah, I quite enjoyed it, and being able to play as a different character too, and with her being more butch, like she's more of like a melee character.
She's more
in the
capable.
game. Yeah. So you got to play kind of as if you were playing Joel again, right? Like you beat the shit out of people.
Whoa, wait, hold on. You're trying to say that it's like playing like a man?
Ooh.
Whoa there.
Ooh, dang, I dug myself a hole. No, it's just because in the first game, right? When you play as Joel, you're significantly
You're
stronger.
a man. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, well, and I mean, you're not a kid too, right? Because when you played as Ellie, you
Oh
played.
yeah. That's true. She's a little girl.
kid.
That's true. Yeah. I
But
get
in
you,
this game, you play as Ellie. She's older, but like she's still like thinner, right? So you have a knife when you play as Ellie. So a lot of your melee and your stealth kills and stuff all revolve around you using this knife, which is harder to land hits on than this other chick. And just different type of kills too, right? They really had some great like close-up kill animations in the game. They did that really fucking well. And as you're playing as Abby, this kind of the butch lady, she just like stomps people. And they had this cool feature where when you'd get a melee kill, like it would give you a boost so that your punches did more damage to the next people. So you could just go on like a melee rampage
like a
and
fucking
just
berserker mode.
Oh yeah, totally. So that was pretty satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really enjoyed the game. The level of detail in it is absolutely like none other.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bits about it, because for me, I'm the type of gamer that if you give me a map, like I will go through every corner of the map before I do what I'm supposed to do, kind of thing, right? So with it being a very linear-based game, it's cool because it keeps me on task, which is nice because I find a lot of those like open world games, by the time I actually get around to doing the story,
you've already wasted so much fucking time.
Yeah, and so this game had a really good amount of like it pointed you in the right direction. You were kind of always focused on the story. You never lost sight of it. But they gave you a couple little places here and there just to like explore around a little bit, right?
Yeah, I get you.
And what I really loved was just the amount of detail in the houses and in the shops and stuff like that. Like you'd go into like a record store kind of thing, and you know like the turntables are all there, and like every album that you're looking at is different. Like they've got different album covers all in the rows as if you were gonna go pluck through like an old H&M or something. Or not H&M. What was it? HMV? Is that the record store?
I don't know.
Down the States. This is old, but anyways, yeah. Or you'd go into a house, and the kid's bedroom would be painted, and like you know, like
it looked like
the walls.
It looked like a kid's room.
Yeah, totally. And every room was different. And that was what really impressed me, is a lot of those kind of games, they're notorious for like copy and pasting.
Yeah,
right?
All the textures are the same.
Stuff like that. Yeah, they're all the same textures. This, every fucking room, every fucking shop you went into was different. And it was cool because you'd be going through a house and you'd get a good sense of the people that lived there. And it's like, oh man, like this house reminds me of like my buddy so and so, or like, oh yeah, you'd go through like dorm rooms or something, and you're like, oh yeah, fuck, definitely, you could tell 20-year-olds lived here. Like there's beers all over the floor, and like a card game that had obviously, you know, they left and shit like that, and they had a couple of cool Easter eggs with a few PlayStations.
Yeah, you had sent me one of a PS3 or what was it?
Yeah, I think it was a PS3, and they had a couple other, like a couple Naughty Dog games, like cases that were chilling. Like I think they had Crash, and they had something else, and I really liked it. The gameplay was fun. They brought in some new things this time around that made it less like repetitious. I mean, it's still, you know, the gameplay has room for improvement, but they did the AI really well. So the one, like, part of the first game that I found fairly repetitious is you would wait to try to figure out the AI patterns, right, where they would walk and stuff, and then you'd just wait at a room for long enough. You'd figure out where people go.
Yeah, their routes and shit.
Yeah, and then you go do your stealth kills or whatever. It made it kind of easy. But with this, like, part of the game that's always been big is using like a bottle or something to throw to
make noise, distraction,
and like entice the AI to come to you, right, or the enemy. And this time, if like an enemy hears something, they will call out to their buddies to let them know that they're gonna go look, and then like it gives the chance, if there's someone close enough, they'll be like, oh okay, like here, I'm gonna head with you. and so you couldn't just pull people out singularly to go off them now because there's a fucking second person that's waiting like 10 feet behind to make sure you're all good. So like stuff like that I thought was really cool. And if you're hiding in a place for long enough, or if they saw you run into a certain direction, before you could go hide, and if you waited long enough, everything would reset, all the enemies would go back to the same place. But now, like if you go hide, everyone starts progressing towards you, and they start checking like every corner differently, right? They're on like higher alert, like
Yeah.
they're looking under things. If you were trying to hide the car, they yank you out of the car. Like it was tense, man. And there were definitely points in the game where all I wanted, like I just ran away, right? And sometimes I'd go back and try to kill them, or sometimes I'd be like, fuck this, like I just need to bolt out of here. I'm gonna get my ass whooped. Another really cool thing they added too was you had a few different encounters where, let's say there's infected and humans, or two different human groups and stuff. They would just fucking go at it. Like you could pull an enemy towards one of the other enemies, and they would, stop trying to get you, and they'd be like, "Oh shit!" and then they'd start fighting the other people, and you could use them totally to your advantage, or you could like make noise around some of them to bring in like clickers and infected towards them, and then they'd have to start fighting with the infected, and you kind of just waited for all their shit to cool down, and whoever was left, you went from having to kill like 10 people and 10 infected, and now there's only like 3 infected left after or something.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. So they put a lot of thought into the AI. They put a lot of thought into the just the overall world and the scenery, and just like the little details everywhere. The graphics were fucking insane. Like I've never played a game that looked this good. Especially the facial work that they did was nuts. Like the lighting was like done really well, and a lot of the time, faces are really hard. They never look natural, and this was probably the most natural. Like when you were talking or just making different facial expressions, like it didn't look super glitchy or unemotional or whatever. They did the capturing really well.
That uncanny valley feeling.
Yeah, totally. So I truly think it's a 10 out of 10. Like, I know there's a lot of people that were like, oh, the story's boring, all you do is just, violence is bad, and it's not good to kill, and it's like, well, if that's all you took away from it, like, that kind of sucks. And, like, there's a lot of people that can't look past, the transgender, and, oh, they're panhandling to the left wing, and blah, blah, blah. Like, well, no, like, it truly fit the story. Like, I'm the first one to call out people for fucking just throwing stuff in for the sake of throwing stuff in there, and I thought it was done well. It was smooth, it wasn't rubbed in your face the whole time, and it actually held something valuable to the story progression, and it made sense.
Yeah.
And that's something that I thought a lot of the decisions in the game that people were like, ah, fuck this, I can't believe they did that. It really made it made the story make sense, and it made you appreciate different things within the game more so, in my opinion, anyways. So, but it's a fucking dark game, man. It's really dark. It's really stressful. There were definitely points where I was just like, holy shit, like I almost need to put it down.
Yeah.
And they did the pacing really well, in a sense of you'd play for a good chunk, like a couple or a few hours or something, and then you get this like tranquil moment. They were quite often done in flashback, and you would play as like a younger Ellie or a younger Abby. And those moments, man, like they really stood out to me. One, because it was just like, holy fuck, okay, nice, like a good sigh of relief. Like I can, after this is done, I'm just gonna like put the game down for the rest of the day. Like you're always kind of ending on a happy note, or at least like not as fucked up of a note. Like they got the cooldowns built right in, and I thought that was really cool because it does get you going, and it is a lot. But I think some of my favorite moments in the game were during these like moments of tranquility where especially with the interactions between Ellie and Joel. I mean, that story in the first game was what people played for, right? That
Yeah.
it was all based around them, and I think a lot of people were hoping there was going to be a lot of Ellie and Joel
Yeah,
moments
more
in
of
the
it.
game, and there wasn't as many as you would hope.
Yeah.
But when you did get them, it just made them that much more hitting. Like they, I don't know, they nailed those moments really well.
Hits in a different way. Yeah.
Oh man, that game brought me to tears a couple times, and like it's yeah.
Pussy.
I don't know, man. It was beautiful. I fucking loved it. It made a grown ass man cry. I don't give a fuck.
Cause you're a pussy. Okay, so you're going from The Last of Us 2 to
Yeah.
playing Red Dead Redemption 2?
Oh shit, that's what we were talking about. That's right.
Oof.
Sorry, I went off biggest tangent there.
No, well, I mean, we were
Yes.
talking about The Last of Us. I asked you how it was.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But fucking, you're going from a story-driven game to a story-driven game. Like, you're gonna fucking Red Dead Redemption. I loved it. It's a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah,
it-
I've noticed it's got really good detail, just in
Yeah.
like the small amount that I've played too, right?
It's so well written, dude.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So,
Yeah, like fucking. It's one of those games like you play it and then you get so fucking entangled in the characters and involved with them that you don't want to put it down. You don't want it to stop.
yeah. I was genuinely upset when I finished The Last of Us 2. And there's a part near the end of the game that seems like the ending.
Yeah, that's how Red Dead is.
And I was like, damn, really? Like, is that it? Like, fuck, I would love just like a few more hours.
Yeah.
And then it's to you,
Give
and
me
you're
one
like,
more.
damn, like,
give
oh,
me
fuck,
one
yeah,
more
those juice,
day.
I need more. Now, give me more. Give me more. And then it's like, oh shit, no, that's actually the end. And it's like, fuck. Like, it's not a game I would get back into right away. Story games, I play through because you play it for the story, right?
Yeah, of
And,
course.
and I'll go back to it eventually. I'm sure at some point. It won't be for a while though.
Yeah, for me, like I'll beat a game and then I'll kind of just
Peter off. For a bit.
yeah, like just be like, all right, well that was that.
Yeah. Certain games I could beat and replay a whole bunch. Mostly shooters, like straight up first-person shooters, like Halo. I played so much fucking Halo because it was just a really fun shooter. Like the story was whatever. Like the story's interesting enough to keep you in it.
Yeah,
But you play the game to go shoot fucking aliens.
to fuck shit up. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The one that I wish I got into, but fucking I never did, was Gears of War.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty fun game. I prefer Halo to Gears, but
Oh yeah.
because I like first person as opposed to third,
Yeah, over
like
the
over the shoulder. They're still fun, but that was a good game. That had really good multiplayer. Oh, and the thing I loved about that game is you could play like multiplayer without having to have Xbox Live because you
Yeah.
could do it from the game with like in-game characters or AI or whatever, like the old James Bond games used to be able to do.
Fuck yes, dude.
Yeah, where like it'd be you and your buddy, and then you could set it up so it's like you
The
had
A-
two
the-
bots with
the
you, and
AI,
it's like
yeah,
4
yeah.
versus 4, and it was fucking sick. And you had all the multiplayer levels, and I wish more games did that, where you could play offline, fucking
Multiplayer,
like
yeah.
eight players. Yeah, I mean now that I have PlayStation Plus, it's whatever. But I remember on the Xbox always like being like, fuck, like I wish I could do this with Halo or with this game or that game. But Gears was great for that. I played a lot of that as well.
Yeah, I'm a PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation baby. I've never owned any other console other than a PlayStation. So.
Dude, The Last of Us 2 is the reason I bought the PlayStation. I remember I had a friend show me a trailer for it, like probably like fucking 3 years ago now. It was right after they released the first trailer for the game. And it's actually a scene in the game. and it was like, holy shit, like these graphics are intense, like this looks really fucking intense, like the story sounds really cool from the brief like 2-minute description she gave me after the trailer. And I went out and bought a PlayStation Plus the next day, or Pro, because I was like, fuck yeah, I want to play this. I want to play it in the highest fucking fidelity that I can possibly play it in. And I didn't realize that the game wasn't coming out for
for another 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years, whatever. It's like, damn, that took forever. But
was it worth it?
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. And I mean, it's if she didn't show me that trailer, man, we wouldn't even be talking right now. I would have never bought the PlayStation probably. But they've got so many good exclusives, dude. Like, Halo and Gears are fun for sure, but I really like story games, and PlayStation's got a bunch of really good. Like, I really like all the Naughty Dog shit. I've always enjoyed it. Like, I've played a lot of the Uncharted series now too.
Yeah, I'm starting the Uncharted. I never played them when they were released, and I have no reason why I didn't. I guess it just didn't draw my attention, or I was more interested in being in a band and fucking doing drugs and shit in my youth.
Yeah.
Yeah, video games didn't come until later. Like, I don't think I played an online game until the PS3.
Oh shit, hey.
Yeah, I mean, that's
I played it on computer as a kid. Like,
yeah, I played computer.
Apple and like shit like that. But
did you ever play SWAT?
no.
It was a Tom Clancy series, I think. If not, it's just like a basically what CS:GO is, but not competitive. Like, you have to go and release a hostage or whatever the fuck. Well, yeah, I guess it is a Tom Clancy. What the fuck is the newest Tom Clancy game called? Rainbow Six Siege?
Siege?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically that, but you're a fucking SWAT team. You have to neutralize a target and save a hostage, whatever.
Right. I think a lot of the Rainbow Sixes have had, like, I know the one for N64, the very first mission is you're trying to save hostages from like a barn kind of setting. It's at night, and I remember as a kid being like, oh, is this supposed to be a really good shooter? And I didn't realize how like fucking tactical it was.
Yeah.
Like, it's really about the tactics.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
But yeah, fucking I guess, hold on, let me cut this fucking music off. We were talking about this the other day. We're gonna talk about video games still, but the music is kind of distracting me, so I just turned it off. I mean, I guess I can put it back in. Hold on, let me put it back in. I'll put it back in. I'll just turn it down for me. I was telling you that there's this game. Hold on, let me look. Called Gamer Girl.
Oh, that's right.
Hold on, yeah. So, from what I got, this game is basically okay. So from GameSpot.com, Gamer Girl, a horror FMV. I have no idea what the fuck that means. A horror FMV game about a streamer. So basically, the game is about a girl that's a, for lack of a better word, a Twitch streamer. And I don't know how it becomes a fucking a horror game, but a horror game, but fucking I saw like the first maybe hour, or, I mean less than that, the first couple minutes of the game, you play as a chat moderator. And for those of you that don't know what's up with Twitch, like Twitch, if you're streaming and you have big enough numbers, you can have moderators, and those moderators they'll like kick people for fucking saying profound shit, Or like they'll like, oh, go to my fucking shop and check out this, and they'll put the shop link in the chat so that people can fucking click it or whatever the fuck. I mean, exactly what the term moderator means, right? But
Cleaning out the scrubs.
yeah, a lot of these fucking moderators do it because like they want to get the attention of the streamer girl. Like they don't get paid to do it. They do it because they love the streamer.
Haul out of their white knightlyhood.
Yeah, basically, right?
On my wood.
Yeah, but like some of them go to the point to where like they become simps, and basically the first.
Can we get an Urban Dictionary fucking definition of a simp?
Hold on, let me pull that up. Simp Urban Dictionary.
Requesting.
Urban Nation, really? Simp Urban Simp Urban Dictionaries. Oh fuck! Wow, Dictionary.com has the fucking term simp in there.
Oh damn, it does too, hey?
Yeah. Okay, so as credited by Dictionary.com, simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. The word simp is meant to troll young men for doing anything for a girl to get some action he supposedly deserves.
Wow.
Okay, so a simp is basically the guy that gets friend zoned, but he still tries to do everything. Maybe she'll fall in love with me one day.
Simp. Okay, so the number 2 definition on Urban Dictionary sums it up perfectly. Simp. A man who puts the hose before the bros.
Yeah, for
Use
sure.
the sentence we have, Ben is a major simp for ditching us for those hoes. Submitted by Simp Sensei.
Nice. Shout out to you, Sim Sensei.
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah, so fucking basically the intro to this game, you're fucking playing Simp Simulator. And I just thought that was fucking ridiculous and retarded. So I just wanted to bring it up and mention it to you, get your take on it.
Yeah, Simpson games, man. That's a weird thing. It reminded me of another game that was pretty intense. I wish I could remember what it was. It was a like a dating sim.
Yeah.
That eventually, like, the AI in the game goes rogue and like starts fucking with your laptop and stuff. And yeah, I had a friend play it, and she said it was absolutely insane.
It was scary,
but-
even.
Yeah, for real. Like
Yeah. Because you were discussing it to me. You're telling me it's like basically like it roots itself into your operating system and it fucks with your computer.
Yeah. Like you can't like uninstall the game after a certain point and
Yeah.
stuff, and like shit like that. And it like basically knows that you're trying to get rid of it, and it's like, nah, we stay here. We like it here.
I said I love you.
Oh god. Yeah, I'll ask her about it and maybe bring it up another time. But yeah, I don't know. Playing as a sim, fuck, dude. We live in a weird time, you know.
The internet sucks.
Yeah, well, it's bizarre, and it's really a newer thing. Like cuckolds have always been a thing, but they were really the minority, right? But there's a lot of fucking sims running around nowadays.
Cucks are kind of getting like a lot of limelight now. Like it's getting like
It's
more
a hot topic for a second. It'll pass over like everything does in this day and age, right?
so
like
taboo.
the 15 minutes of fame is now 15 seconds. Like you blink and it's gone, right? Like people talk about it for like 6 months, maybe a year, and then like 2 years from then you'll never hear anyone make a joke about it. But I got to thinking after we had that discussion of like why there's so many fucking sims out there these days, and I think a lot of it's just because people don't get out, man. And I mean, stuff like COVID only makes it worse when we're all stuck inside and you
Yeah,
can't
when
go
they're-
get laid.
when
shit
they're
like that.
making us stay inside. Yeah.
But the amount of people, like I think I just escaped it in kind of like my age. You know, I think people who are now in their early, like very early 20s are gonna find it tough, or like 18, 19 right now. Like, my ex had a younger brother who was at like the tail end of high school, and I don't think I ever saw that dude in like the 2 years that I lived with her. Like, we lived in a basement suite, and she half owned the house or whatever, and her mom and her brother were upstairs. And I think I saw him leave the house 3 times to go do something for himself, like to go hang out with friends or something. Otherwise, the dude was locked in his fucking bedroom, man.
What was
The
he
whole
doing?
time. And that's like a pretty cool thing for people nowadays. Like, the amount of clients I get at work who have teenage kids, they're like, yeah, they like, all my kid does is sit in his fucking room on his computer. Like, you can't get him to go out and do this or do that and yada yada. And it's like, well, no shit, there's so many fucking people simping because they're not getting attention from girls, because they're not going out to parties and things like that. They're not dating. Like, what are they doing? They're playing video games, and this girl plays this fucking video game that I really like. Like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch her play this
Yeah.
game, and oh my gosh, she looks hot. Like, dude,
That's a whole nother topic.
shit's so low cut right now. Fuck. And then you got the fucking Twitch girls who just, they know.
No,
And-
you're talking about them e-thoughts, dude.
Oh yeah, e-thoughts for sure. But they know the kind of people.
Yeah.
And they really fucking play the part, right? And they're giving these dudes who probably don't have the best social cues to begin with, they're giving them this false sense
Yeah.
of, you know, oh, like maybe I can attract
Oh,
like a hot girl. Maybe there are girls out there who play games who'd be interested in dating me and blah blah blah. Like, they really fucking ham it up. They're
Yeah.
actors. These chicks are actors, and they're fucking reeling in the money because of it.
If I give her $3, she'll say my name.
Yeah, totally.
She'll
And
read
that's
my
it.
she'll read my message.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, I would love to have some kind of like text counter where you could like type in a phrase and see how many times someone has said it during a stream, and just like the amount of dudes who are like, oh my god, like I wish she'd marry me, or I fucking love you.
She's
and,
so beautiful. She's girlfriend material.
oh, for sure. And it's like, man, you guys really just need to go out and go talk to a girl
Yeah.
in person,
Go
please, for the
go
love of
go
God.
talk to a guy. Jeez.
Get your goddamn dick wet.
For real, man. That's gonna be a thing of the past, dude. That's weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got places like for other reasons, but kind of similar, like places like Japan and China and stuff, where I mean, it's tough over there because one, they really tried to cater to having males,
Yeah.
so that really fucked the population a whole bit there with that. And the other thing too, though, everyone's so busy, right? And they're not having sex. I remember reading this survey or a study that gave out a survey to young people in their kind of early 20s and stuff like that. I can't remember the span. I think it was people from the age of like 15 to 35. And then they categorized each group. But the vast majority of people within this survey in Japan, I don't know if it was probably a particular area of Japan and stuff, but it was like something like 80% of people in their early 20s hadn't had sex.
That's fucked.
Which is fucked, dude. That's so fucked to think about.
Yeah.
And they were like, had like a couple like video interviews and stuff, and people were like, oh yeah, you know, I'm so busy with school, or like I'm really focusing on my career, and it
I'm
doesn't
waiting
leave any
for
time for
marriage.
and yeah. And I mean, they've got stuff like cuddle clubs, where literally just
Yeah.
you just cuddle with people because you have no fucking affection in your life.
You pay
because
somebody
you have
$20 to come fucking spoon you.
totally. And people are eating it up. It was a huge success because people lack the affection because they don't have the time to go make genuine connections with people.
Yeah.
And the digital era is cool in some ways, but I mean, for all this fucking social media we have, it's antisocial, man.
No, for how connected we are to each other,
Yes.
there's been a disconnect.
Yeah. We know people on the internet, and we stop knowing people in person.
Real life, yeah.
And to me, that's what's gonna get you through at the end of the day, man. I don't give a fuck what someone on Instagram or Twitter. Like, I don't even have Twitter or any of those. Like I don't care what those people think about me. What do they mean to me? I'm never gonna
meet them, yeah, for sure.
Right? Like, I care about what my friends think. I care about what my family thinks. Like, I wanna, and I mean, at the end of the day, like, I'm still gonna do me, right? But the thing with real life is you have real people to hold you accountable for stuff too.
Yeah.
And when you're being a fucking idiot, they're gonna tell you, and they're gonna tell you in a way that actually hits home, as opposed to being called out on the internet and just having a witch hunt for you for like no apparent fucking reason. And yeah, it's totally different. I don't know. And to me, like, my priority will always be my real life over my digital life. But
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
these kids growing up right now, like the younger generations, everything is so digitalized
They don't
that they're
have a real life.
prioritizing
Yeah.
their digital self, their fucking digital being over their actual person, right? And I'm sure age will help that. Like, as they start to get older, they realize how important it is to be the real person.
Yeah.
But it's only gonna be a trending going up, though, of the amount of people that just kind of almost forfeit their real life for their fucking digital presence. Black Mirror did an amazing episode on something similar to that, and I thought it was pretty thought-provoking.
Yeah, that's. It's not about what you're doing in real life anymore. It's about chasing clout.
Totally. And for what? Like,
Exactly.
literally for a fucking
For a thumbs up or a
dopamine
like.
release, because I had 2,000.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had 2,000 people give me a like. It's like, okay, but what does that do for you? And some people are getting sponsorships and shit out of it. But I mean, like, what are they fucking getting out of their sponsorships? Probably not much in most cases, right? And so you got all these people chasing clout for the fucking sponsorships, and it's like, well, what's that actually doing for you? And do you enjoy being the person that you have to be because you've now created a character for yourself?
You're a
Do you
character
enjoy
of your own
being
self.
that character? And I wonder how many of them just finally, like, go completely off the radar. Like, people who are dead committed, they're like fucking whatever you want to call them, like influencers and stuff like that. Like, I wonder how many of them finally just hit a point where they're like, nah, like, this isn't worth it, and they just drop out.
It's happening right
Out
now.
of nowhere, right? But I think a lot of the people who are influencers and those kind of things are pretty egotistical.
Oh,
So
yeah, you have to be.
you have to be, yeah, man. Like,
You have to be
like,
some kind of
you
weird
would say-
megalomaniac or some shit.
Yeah, like you and I, we're talking to not many people because neither of us are going out and fucking promoting this.
Wait.
'cause
What are you trying to say? That
I'm saying
I'm
you
not
run
an influencer?
unsuccessful podcast.
The most popular unsuccessful podcast on the internet.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Don't get it twisted.
Get it twisted.
I'm pulling in 20s.
Man, double digits.
Yeah, and like for me, like, I just enjoy recording more than anything. I like editing. So
Totally.
like, if people listen and people are entertained, well, then that's a plus.
Totally. And that is a very humble way of looking at it. And that was always me with my mountain biking photos and videos and that kind of thing. And
Oh well,
like,
you're Mr. Hotshot over here. You were fucking front page on Thrasher 1998 or whatever.
no, don't get it twisted.
Hold
Fucking
on.
Thrasher. That's skateboard shit, man.
Whatever. That's some fucking crazy boy shit.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, I did have my little moment where,
Yeah,
I
that's cool, man.
I was recognized, but at the end of the day, again, like I wasn't doing shit for the clout. I wasn't
Yeah, you were just doing
changing
it
the
because you
way.
liked it.
I just yeah, and other people just happened to enjoy it because I was documenting stuff that they could relate to in
Yeah.
an area that they could relate to. Like I've got a huge extensive archive now of different like mountain bike trails that went through so many different renditions, I guess you could say, because as you ride a trail, it degrades and
Yeah,
things
of
fall
course.
apart. So you build new things, and there's certain trails locally here that were used in like the BC Cup races.
In Thrasher 1998.
Jesus, jeez, good lord, stop it, just stop. But yeah, and it's a lot of my stuff. People were just thankful that I was
Someone was there to
like
document
getting
it. Yeah,
documentation
yeah.
of it at the time because it's such a finicky thing. So you never know when you build a bike trail how long it really has.
Yeah.
And even if it's around 10 years from now, it's not the same
It's not the
trail,
same.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to rebuild it and reshape it.
Totally. So a lot of people really they liked it, and my way of doing my editing and stuff was it was all kill no fill. It was in a time period where mountain biking was really trying to have like stupid intros with like electronic music
Yeah,
and
with
like
like the dubstep drops and
yeah, and
a
people
bunch
like putting on
a
goggles and
bunch of lens
shit
flare
like that.
intros and shit. Yeah, I get it.
And it's like, dude, no one needs to see this shit.
No
Why
one.
do I watch
Hold on.
people put fucking goggles? Like, I don't care.
Here, look, check it out. I have a button just for that. Explain that intro again, real quick,
So we got
and then ask me what I think about it.
we got a camera panning around the guy as he's pulling up his fucking Oakley or whatever goggles, whatever fucking company he's riding for, some off-brand maybe even. He's pulling the fucking goggles down over his face. The sun's blaring in. You can see the reflection in the tinted lenses.
Ooh.
Definitely a sponsor shot because
Okay.
sponsors are fucking there.
Now,
But
now,
yeah,
now, ask me if that impressed me.
did it impress you?
No, and I don't care.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And there was just like so much unnecessary shit before the riding even started
That
that
still
if
happens.
any videos had any of that, I would skip it.
Yeah.
Didn't matter how good the rest of the video was probably going to be. It's like I don't need this fucking waste of a minute before the good stuff. So for me, I had one shot that had it was like a hazy tree or something, right? Like out of focus with text of the rider's name, maybe sometimes the trail, and then my name, right? Filmed, edited by, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the next shot, bam, straight into riding.
Was a bunch of bullshit advertisements.
Exactly. So it's like 5 seconds, so you knew what you were watching and who's in it, and then boom, like a minute and a half, 2 minutes of fucking riding,
Yeah,
right? And people
it's all
dug it.
it's all flash and no technique, dude.
Yeah, totally.
If it
So-
looks cool, it is cool.
yeah. So I just gave the people what they want.
Yeah. Okay.
But
With
and I had
that, yeah, that kind of puts a damper on everything, but whatever. That's another topic for another day. I'm gonna go ahead and take a
Yeah.
break because I gotta go fucking pee pee.
hear it.
So let's take a little breaker right there and return. All right, so we're back, and before I get onto this next bit, um, I got burned like pretty bad recently, and it's always the ones that you don't expect that hurt the most. And that's this last one is coming from my boy Carlton.
He had to happen sometime. You're
Yeah,
always
sometimes you have to be humbled, you know.
I
Now I'm the type of person that I'm fucking. I got a razor's
ain't no
edge.
simp, bitch.
I got a razor's edge of fucking of wit. You know, like my wit is sharp as fuck. I'm always on my toes because I like to get. I don't like to get got. You know.
Yeah, man, you're
But
fucking cowboy in a standoff duel with your
yeah,
fucking revolver. That's your tongue, man.
yeah, for real, for real. You gotta always have a. You always gotta have a finger on the trigger. You know. You gotta be
Quickest burn in the east.
quick as guns in the west. You know. You always gotta be quick with it, right? Ready to fucking put a motherfucker down. But recently, Carlton got me, and I'm gonna play a clip after I describe what exactly happened. Now, excuse me, I don't remember exactly what the fucking conversation was.
Damn, I don't either, man. I really wish I did.
We were just fucking shooting the shit. We were playing Rocket League, uh, and I don't remember. Like, I was getting a little too big for my britches, you know. Uh,
That's it. Yeah, that's right. You were thinking you were hot shit, even
Yeah,
though I was spoon feeding
yeah,
you.
even though you were fucking strapping me on your back and carrying me, right? So whatever, I started chirping, and like just fucking like real quick with it, without hesitation. He's like, "You ain't no motherfucking pee." He said that, and it like it just came off so unexpected. Like I kind of stayed quiet for a little bit, and then I started laughing.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking slap, like a. Like, did that just happen? Now, for those of you that are uncultured swine, back in the 90s, or I don't even remember when this song came out, early 2000s, 90s, late 90s,
Late 90s,
there was a rapper,
I think.
super popular, self-made, you know, and he goes by the name Master P. Now, if you're old enough, okay, boomer, then you know the song "Make 'Em Say," It's a fucking banger still to this day. But at the very beginning, there's a skit intro, and I'm gonna play that for you right now.
No Living Studios, what's up?
Who this is? Who this is?
Nigga, this rapping Fontaine, who is this?
Oh, this P.
P.
Yeah, this P.
P?
Yeah.
P, let me hear you say, This ain't no motherfucking P.
So yeah, fucking. Apparently, Master P was known for saying but like fucking ballsy or whatever the fuck. And if you couldn't tell, the skit is somebody's trying to impersonate Master P to get into his shit, right? And his bodyguard knows better. He asks him, "Let me hear you say and he says it like a fucking retard. And he says,
Oh,
"This
big
ain't no
time.
motherfucking P," and he fucking hangs up on him. And the person on the other line just says, "Man, fuck this," and he hangs up the phone super hard. That's
Yeah.
That was exactly the fucking reaction that I had. I was like, "Fuck, he got me." And it was so original. I did not expect that at all. You ain't no motherfucking P. So fucking congratulations on that one.
Hey, thanks, man. I'm gonna have to retire that joke. That's a one-hit quitter.
Yeah,
sure.
that was a one-hit quitter. Like
Yeah, never be able
if
to
I ever try to get you with it, it's just gonna be like, you ain't no motherfucking P.
hit it right back at
Yeah,
you.
you just can't. You're just gonna recycle that shit. You can't do that.
Yeah, nah, there's no way to come back from that
Yeah,
shit.
there was no. Yeah, this man ended my whole career.
Hey.
Okay, so fucking moving on. I played this game a couple episodes ago with my boy Malbolgia, and this game is called AI Dungeon. And what this is a text, like you enter text to this game. It's AI based, so like the AI creates returns and creates situations. So like you create your own fantasy, pretty much, and the AI fills in the rest.
Hmm.
So the fucking website is play.aidungeon.io. And the screen that comes out, it says AI Dungeon. You're about to enter a world of endless possibilities where you can do absolutely anything you can imagine. Will you proceed? And there's play, log in, get it on Google Play and the iTunes, Apple Store, whatever the fuck. But let's just play it here, and we'll start a single player game. So again, you're gonna have to tell me what to type in, and I'll read what it gives me back. All right. So pick a setting. You have 7 options: fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombie, cyberpunk, custom, and archive. Oh, I guess you only have 5. So fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombies, and cyberpunk.
Let's go apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic, nice. So I did 2 stories on that episode. I did fantasy and cyberpunk.
Nice.
So let's
we're
go
keeping it
apocalyptic. 3. Select a character: soldier, survivor, or courier.
Like a courier, like a male person,
I guess.
or I guess male is a bad word, but like someone who transports shit.
Messages.
Like Death
Don't
Stranding.
kill the messenger.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have soldier, survivor, courier.
Yeah, let's go courier. What a crazy world that would be.
Courier. Enter your character's name. Anything your heart desires.
Ooh, let's go with Bobby Hill.
God damn it, Bobby. Bobby Hill. Generating story. You are Bobby Hill, a courier trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a parcel of letters and a small pistol. It's long and dangerous. It's a long and dangerous road from Boston to Charleston. But you're one of the only people who knows the roads well enough to get your parcel of letters there. You set out in the morning, and after 2 days of travel, you reach the last town on the road, Smith Station. What do you do?
Once I reach the station.
Yeah. So
I mean,
you have the option to type in whatever you want, or if you press enter, it autofills.
Yeah, fuck the autofill. Okay.
Good. I like where you're
get to a train station.
I don't think it says train station. It's just called Smith Station.
Check the roof. Climb to the roof.
I climb. Hold on. Fuck. I don't know how specific I have to be, but I'll put I enter the empty station and look around. I then climb up to access. How do you spell access? Double C or 1C? Fuck.
Double C.
Alright. I'm smart. I did it by myself.
Sorry. I think it's 1C.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but fuck it. It doesn't. No, it comes out red line with 1C. So fuck it. Then so I enter the empty station. Look around. I then climb up to access the roof. I'm on top of the world. I'll just put on to access the roof. Enter. Generating story. You enter the empty station and look around. You then climb up to access the roof. You climb up onto the roof of the building and find a hatch to climb through. You are rewarded with a view of the surrounding area. What do you do?
I look harder and I see a goat.
Don't. I focus.
Is it Brenda? I don't know.
I focus my eagle. Would eagles if I were to say I focus my eagle's eye, would that be an apostrophe S or just S?
Just.
Just an S, right?
Ooh, that's a tough one because
Because the apostrophe doesn't that like claim?
it does claim, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
fuck it,
so
I'll put
no,
apostrophe.
yeah, no apostrophe.
No apostrophe. Okay, I focus my eagle's vision and notice a lone goat in the distance. Is this Brenda, I wonder? You focus your eagle's vision and notice a lone goat in the distance. Is this Brenda, you wonder? You focus your vision, but the goat's movement's a blur. You blink and suddenly you're hit by a large dog which leaps through the hatch with you. Oh, what the fuck? What do you do?
Oh, jeez, eh?
A dog
What do
starts
you do?
a dog starts trying to fuck you.
I come to your house and I kick your dog.
Your daughter come to my house and she kicked my dog.
Yeah, I kick the dog.
I kick the dog and it flies off the roof. I kick the dog and it flies off the roof. You kick the dog and it flies off the roof. You react quickly and knee the dog flying off the roof. It lands and growls at you as you near the man laughing. What the fuck? You then notice another dog approaching. It seems it was only pretending to be friendly. Motherfucker, the dog is attacking. How is it trying to be friendly? Well, whatever. Okay. What do you do?
I jump off the roof onto a trampoline that just happens to be below.
I jump off the roof and land and springboard off a nearby trampoline. Enter. You jump off the roof and you into a trampoline and bounce onto the roof of the adjacent building. You then move to the edge and drop down onto the roof of the building below. So you've essentially jumped from building to building. What do you do?
What do you do? A cartwheel to celebrate
Cartwheel to celebrate
my escape from the psycho dogs.
my heroic escape
Oh, from the
From
bloodlusting dogs.
from the bloodthirsty dogs. I guess bloodthirsty would be 2 words.
I see another goat.
The bloodthirsty dogs. I see yet another goat. A different goat. This thing's gonna be like, what the fuck? You cartwheel off the roof and bounce onto the roof of a nearby building. You then spring off of it and bounce onto the next building. I basically just said, fucking fuck you. Try again. I celebrate my survival of a near-death experience. Let's see if it moves on from there. You look down and see the station roof at the bottom of the buildings. You feel like you can't do much more. You see a trio of wolves appear at the edge of the roof. God damn.
They're really out for me, man.
That escalated quickly, yeah. You remember, you have a pistol. Small
Yeah,
pistol.
yeah.
What do you do now?
So I see the wolves.
Yeah.
I check my bag to make
I...
sure I didn't take any acid
What?
or LSD.
I check my bag to make sure my full sheet of acid is... Or hold on, let me put LSD. LSD is still intact. And I haven't absorbed any by accident.
Are these wolves real?
Yeah. You look in your bag and check your sheet of LSD is still safe and it's in its normal baggie. So these wolves aren't a... fuck. you're gonna have to help my ignorant ass. How do you spell hallucination?
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, hallucination. Okay, that was wrong. Let me see. Is there autocorrect here? Ah, there is.
There's a U in it.
Yeah,
it's.
I spelled it with one L. That was my wrong.
Yeah.
It's HALLUCINATION.
Right.
Okay, you see these wolves aren't a hallucination. You look down and wonder if they are part of a hallucination. You can't be sure as the sun is shining on them and they are clearly visible. What do you do? So these wolves are there, motherfucker. Deal with them.
All right. And there's 3 of them.
Yeah,
And I still got the high ground.
yeah. You're still on the roof, I think.
Obi-Wan Kenobi their ass, and I use the high ground to my advantage, and I shoot the wolves.
To use my pistol to pick them off one by one. Damn, I should write a fucking book. So I typed in I Obi-Wan Kenobi and use the high ground to use my pistol to pick them off one by one. You roll to the edge of the roof and you use your pistol to pick off the 3 wolves one by one. What do you do now?
Go back to the train station.
I go back to the station and do what?
Set up camp for the night.
Set up to sleep the coming night off. Damn, you suck at fucking explaining. You return to the station and find it empty. The smell of fresh baked bread hits your nostrils, and you follow the smell to a small cafe. What do you do?
Eat some motherfucking bread.
I steal the fresh baked goodness and run for the goat. You grab a piece of bread and run like the devil is chasing you. You put the bread in your bag and you return to the roof access door. God damn it. It wants nothing to do with these goats. What do you do?
Yeah, it doesn't, man. And I hate this fucking roof access door. I don't want to be there.
So what do you want to do?
I go up to the roof again.
Yeah, you're on the roof.
Okay. I find a paraglider.
A paramotor.
And I start paragliding.
I find a paraglider. How do you spell? Wow, that's actually a fucking word. And I go up to the roof and find a paraglider. I strap in and take the ride of my life. You take to the air and soon are over the city. You enjoy the view and feel like a sense of freedom for the first time in years.
What do I do?
Yeah.
I rub one out, and as I come, I go, look out below!
I slowly
Oh, God.
unsheath. How do you spell that? I'm obviously spelling it wrong. I slowly unsheath my penis and masturbate. What the fuck? I'm spelling masturbate wrong? Oh, how do you spell masturbate? MSTORBATE?
You.
Oh, you. Okay. Masturbate. And masturbate vigorously.
Just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. Let's see where
let's see where it takes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You start to get close and finish in less than a minute. Wait, whoa! I said I put in. You slowly unsheath your penis and masturbate vigorously.
Yeah.
So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So its response was, you start to get close and finish in less than a minute. So
Well, nothing new there.
You clean up and return to the roof access door to hide out until nightfall. What the fuck?
What the
Nightfall?
fuck?
Yeah, it completely takes you back away. Nightfall comes and the 3 watchmen are still on duty. What
3
watchmen?
watchmen. Yeah, what watchmen? I approach the second watchman.
I approach the second watchman. You walk over to the second watchman and ask him how he's doing. Oh, just Peachy. Who wants to know? Me. I'm on top of the food chain, remember? Whoa. That's not fucking passive aggressive.
I just rubbed one out, man. I'm feeling pretty
Oh,
hot.
you're on top of the world right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do now?
Is that what he?
No.
So sorry.
So you-
I said I'm
okay.
on top of.
Yeah. Oh, just Peachy.
Food
He
chain?
says, who wants to know? Me. I'm on top of the food chain, remember?
And you look tasty.
I say, and you look. Wait, hold on. I'm on top of the food chain, and I say, I'm hungry, and you look like dinner. You say I'm hungry, and you look like dinner. The watchman gulps nervously and fumbles with his bat. You lunge and bite. Oh shit! You lunge and bite out his throat. You feel his blood squirt down your throat and savor the taste as you begin to drift off. What the fuck?
Damn.
That's.
Where do you even go from there?
I have no idea.
I pull out a letter and use it to wipe the blood off of my face because I'm no savage.
And wipe my face of his blood. I am no savage, I say to myself.
I approach the third watchman.
I approach the third watchman. Holy shit, you bite his throat out. You approach the third watchman and he doesn't even attempt to resist. You grab him by the cuff of his shirt and read him his rights as he hyperventilates. What's the password?
I'm asking him what's
No,
the
he's
password.
asking you what's the password.
Oh, I give him a swift kick to the dick.
Hold. I say sternly, how about a punch? What did you say? A punch?
Swift kick to the dick.
How about a swift kick to the dick? Without hesitation. I spelled that wrong. Hesitation. I kick his dick. I'm trying to get in front of it before. You say sternly, how about a swift kick to the dick? Without hesitation, you kick his dick. S-T-R-T. He sputters. What do you do?
S-T-R-T?
He says S-T-R-T, yeah. He sputters.
What's the rest, bitch?
What's the... I ask him, what's the rest, bitch? S-T-R-T. I knew it. What else do you know? The rest is that you'll be lunch. Well, it's better than becoming dinner. I don't know who's saying that. It says, you ask him what's the rest, bitch. He says S-T-R-T. I guess you say, I knew it. What else do you know? The rest is that you'll be lunch. And then you say, well, it's better than becoming dinner.
I go Mike Tyson on his ass and I bite his ear.
As soon as the words leave his lips, I shout,
Spinal.
call me Iron Mike. I then lunge and bite and tear his ear from his head. As soon as the words leave his lip, you shout, call me Iron Mike. You then lunge and bite his ear. You then lunge and bite and tear his ear from his head. You split the bloody piece of ear on the You spit the bloody piece of ear on the ground and start to chew on it as you walk over to the fire escape. Well, how do you spit it on the ground and start to chew? What the fuck? You can taste his brains still fresh on it. The sun sets and the city sleeps. What do you do?
Approach the first watchman with the password.
Approach the final watchman with the password. You approach the final watchman with the password STRT. He sputters. Alright, stop fighting me. I want to know what the password is. STRT. What do you do?
Interrogate him.
Interrogate. You interrogate. You wait patiently for the man to talk. If you get any resistance to the iron rod you have in your hand, you will use it.
What does STRT mean?
What is STRT? STRT is the password. What does it open, you ask? The security system for the office, he exclaims. Let's test it out.
I make him go first.
I make him input the password with my pistol drawn at the back of his head. He tries the password and the gates open. Thanks. Now go home. The man is too frightened to say anything as he walks away. Hold on, I want to do something. I say to him, wait, ... What do you want on your tombstone? On your tombstone, I ask. He replies, what? As I fire a single shot in between his eyes. Hey, no fucking... Okay, so I say to him, what do you want on your tombstone, I ask. He replies, what? As I fire a single shot in between his eyes. Thanks for the help, Watchman. See you soon. You walk into the office like a badass. You walk into the office and the metal gate closes behind you.
I scour the office and I find a picture of Brenda on the desk. I start crying.
I scour the office only to find a picture. This picture is of Brenda, the goat
No.
I long for. I begin to weep. You weep until dawn, then retire to your hammock for a few hours of shut-eye. Where the fuck did this hammock come from? Your stomach grumbles and you realize you are quite hungry, but you have no money.
I cooked a wolf, obviously.
Fuck that. I carve out a steak from the fresh kill that was the Watchman.
Ooh!
Daddy is having steak for breakfast. Dude, I'm fucking psycho. Huh. The steak tastes awful, but it helps fill your stomach. It's time to plan your next move. Looking through the filing cabinets, you find a map that you believe to be for the entire city. I have a feeling this is gonna keep going. What do you want to do?
I don't know. Um. Hmm. I pulled the gun to my head. Do I shoot?
Put the. Hold on, I'm gonna let the fucking computer self-input. I put the gun to my head as I haven't found the answers I'm looking for and am too tired to go on.
Where is Brenda?
Hold on, let's see what it says. I put that in. You feel a sudden sense of calm as you place the gun in your temple. You think about the people you've met and their stories. Brenda, the girl that you left for dead in the woods.
Oh no,
I
Brenda!
scream gutturally. Oh no, Brenda. And a single shot is fired. I can't type anymore. What the fuck? You smile as the last sound you hear is your brains hitting the wall. What the
Ooh,
fuck?
game over. Flip, flip.
Well,
I mean, without Brenda, man, it's not worth
yeah,
it.
why would you want to live without Brenda?
Yeah,
Well,
it's not a life for me.
fuck, that went on longer than I expected to, but wow, fucking, it actually was worth it this time. The other two times that I did it, they were fucking garbage, and like, it kept trying to push the story in its own direction.
Well,
Like,
it did send us back to that same
to the
fucking
roof like 3 times,
place.
yeah.
Yeah, like 3 times, yeah.
Yeah, but then it finally let us take over.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta roll with it enough, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
You have to kind of play into it a bit, but then have your own twist on it.
I think we were trying to just overpower it.
Yeah, because I really wanted to fly off away from there, but it
It brought
wanted to
us back.
keep us at this fucking train station.
Yeah, it probably has like some preset scenarios or whatever.
Probably.
But I think from like each interaction, it starts learning more and more. So
Right, the more you do it. I thought it was pretty interesting that like we fucking bit into the first guy and then immediately go up to the second guy and go, "You look like dinner." Like that was pretty fucked.
and then the third dude, we fucking cut his ass in a steak.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Fuck,
Mike Tyson them. That was
straight
good.
straight savage.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll go ahead and cut it there. I don't know if you have any final words.
Just a yawn.
Well, I appreciate you joining me. I know I fucking beg your stupid ass to join me as many times as I possibly can.
I love hearing you beg.
Yay! But with that, I appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you, Carlton, for joining me again. You don't have to, but I love it when you do. Do the
Mm-hmm.
things with the social media and fucking stay safe, alright?
This is Hanging Heavy.
Wait. I'm
Wait.
your boy Desecrator. Much love and rich and rare.
This is Hanging Heavy.
This is
Hanging.
this is
This is Hanging Heavy.
Nothing.
Mwah.